A great line from Hearts on Fire by The Survivor goes,
"In the warrior's code, there's no surrender. Though his body says stop, his spirit cries, never."
So, what is this telling us about the against all odds mentality? Simple: don't give up and don't give in. So how do you gain this kind of iron will and determination? How do you develop the unstoppable ability to never give up? It starts by knowing what you want to achieve and by having a set of your own principles. Alice Cooper and Xzibit sang,
"If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything."
and it is absolutely true. If you don't have a specific goal and a set of values that belongs to you, how can you be expected to adhere strictly to those values? If you haven't defined who you are, what you eat about and what is important to you, it is obvious that you can easily be won over by good food, television programs, or other easy options. Of course, it will be easy for you to succumb to the influence and politics of others. Having a goal is what will give you the motivation and energy to get up and work on what you really love. Think of someone like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Dwayne Johnson. These are people who have achieved incredible accomplishments, and part of the reason is undoubtedly their seemingly endless energy. Their ability to get up every day and know what they want to do. These people have tireless energy, but it comes from vision and purpose. And so are all of the most successful people in history. Arnie said this about his ardent desire and how it led him to achieve his goals.
"With my desire and drive, I definitely wasn't normal. Normal people can be happy with a regular life. I was different. I felt there was more to life than plodding through a normal existence. I have always been impressed by stories of greatness and power. I wanted to do something special, to be recognized as the best. I saw bodybuilding as the vehicle that would take me to the top, and I put all my energy into it."
The fact is that knowing what you want from life fills you with energy, whether it's the desire for what's best for your family, the desire to achieve creative results, the desire to reach a certain stage in your career, etc. Consider a new parent. Parents have unlimited energy and sacrifice sleep, finances, and happiness to take care of their children. They can achieve anything because they have found more of themselves. To maximize and create a better world for your family and friends, you also need something that motivates you internally. In other words, you need a goal, and a goal that doesn't depend on anyone else, so that even when nobody needs you, you still have the strength to get out of bed and give up unnecessary distractions and desires. Once you have a goal, you find the passion. And when you have passion, you will find that you have unlimited energy and motivation, and you even speak with more conviction and more charisma. Did you know that we gesticulate more when we talk about what we are passionate about? This is because we now speak with our whole body. Our body language matches what we say. Did you know that when people see us talking like this, they rate us as more charismatic, more stimulating and better leaders? When we truly believe what we say, we can get others to believe it more effectively. This is how the mechanisms are activated, and this makes us more attractive and magnetic. And with your goal and objective, you can make better decisions and avoid unnecessary distractions. You will be more assertive and impressive. Why? Because you examine each decision through the lens of, does this help me achieve my goals? If the answer is no, you are doing something else. For instance, which career path to choose? The one that helps you achieve your main goals. Which party to vote for? One that helps you realize your vision, goals and you. The goal is to have something more than you, something worth fighting for. This sense of purpose has been central to the psychology of all of history's greatest personalities, albeit in an entirely different form. Instead, we need to create our own set of values and principles. The rules of life and the goal or vision to achieve. That can change, but we should never let others force us to act against our code. Each of us must follow our own path, evaluating our values, principles and rules. Finding your goal. So let's start by looking for a goal, something bigger than you, something to achieve. The purpose for which you will be instrumental to accomplish. So it can mean that you are committed to changing the world for the better. Maybe you want to end world hunger, maybe you want to help slow global warming, Or maybe you want to be a rock star or a musician. Maybe you just want to get rich. No goal is wrong, it's just having a goal and something to achieve that will give you the fuel and fire to move forward no matter what. Goals begin with visions. So imagine how you want to see life in 5 to 10 years from now. Imagine where you are, what surrounds you, who you are with, what you have achieved. It should be a vision that excites you and energizes you, your ideal life. For inspiration, think about the happiest moments in your life, think about who you wanted to be as a child, and imagine some of your role models and what you can learn from them. This is what you will describe to guide you to change and greatness. This is what will help you get up in the morning. And then, on top of that, you'll structure your goals, smaller, more measurable steps that will help you get there. Create your code of ethics. You will create your own code of ethics. Your idea of what you are thinking to be the good life and doing the right thing. What you love makes you better and protects those you care about. Which, in turn, makes you happier. Whatever you believe your code to be, you write it down, and then you agree to stick to that code. This way you won't be put off track by others, you can fight for your values, and people will know where they are with you. However, you also shouldn't be afraid to evolve and adapt your ideas over time. This is why it is so important to keep reading and learning. Be aware of the politics and what's going on in the world, read the philosophy and reassess your values. There is no point in sticking to one set of goals or principles indefinitely and refusing to change them, because in the end it becomes a lie like any other. You don't have to vote a certain way, because you've always voted a certain way. And you shouldn't be afraid to reconsider your attitude towards certain aspects of your code. The point is, you won't violate your code of conduct while it exists. You have standards to meet, and just meeting them will make you a stronger, bolder, and more impressive person. And note that in an ideal scenario, there should be some interaction between what you believe in, your personal code of ethics, your goals, and your political views. Hope you have a vision of where you think the world should go, how you think life should be. Your goals are intended to help you achieve this vision, and your code of ethics should also ensure that you don't lose trees for the good of the forest. All of this leads to the fact that you become a person who knows what he believes in and who knows himself. And when you know it, you will become a bigger and more powerful person.